Via the Invader Coffee hotline, we're joined by Ryan McCarthy, a.k.a., as Victor says, Espresso McCarthy. How are you, sir?
Mixed feelings. I refuse, as I said in the chat, I refuse to talk about last night's game. I refuse to talk about the New York Jets offense. I refuse to talk about how scared this coaching staff is. So we're going to save that tonight for Not Victory Monday.
And trays, 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 trays. Trays, 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 trays.
I also have a limited amount of time, so if I stay on that topic, it'll take the entire segment. So I choose to go to a happier topic,
which is
the Grey Cup,
which is the Grey Cup playoffs,
which you two called on Saturday.
We sure
Stop
did.
the cap.
You're wrong, Cole. You're wrong. It's not cap. That's how I feel this morning.
What's the brew this morning, my friend?
Water.
I agree.
I already had my brew, so I'm good to go for the rest of the day.
So what you have? What brew did you?
Death Wish coffee, medium roast.
Sweet.
So, question before you start. May I be the one to go off on your Jets and the NFL for that matter?
After I leave, yes.
Okay.
I only have a limited amount. I only got a limited amount of time, so.
But the CFL playoff games that Ryan and I did on Saturday, and thank you to those of you who popped on to watch with us. First of all, Ryan, a joy, a thrill, and a blast to work with you on the CFL games. We had an incredible time doing both those games. Let's start with the East Division.
But I'll never do it again. My voice was
back to. You see this? This was full of tea when I got done.
Yeah, I grabbed myself a cup of tea afterwards too, just to
yes.
You say that this guy was up 9:30 in the morning calling the Colts game.
I nearly overslept. Here's what happened. Here's what happened. I signed off, and then my wife came in because she was hanging with Dakota, our son, for the day. She came in and she heard my voice, gave me a kiss, went into the kitchen, and filled this up with water, and then filled this up with green tea.
Smart.
And she gave me an order.
That's a good woman right there.
Huh?
That's a good woman right there.
She also gave me an order. She says, "You are not to talk for the rest of the night because your voice is shot to hell." I said, "Yes, ma'am." I went to bed. Somehow I knew that was coming. I went to bed. I went to bed early. I woke up and Jody says, "What time is it?" I said, It's 7:30. She says, "Why don't you take care of the dog and then come back to bed and sleep for a little while? Because I know you're going to do the Colts game while I'm driving." Okay. Took the dog out, came back, sat down, laid down. And I said, "Okay, I'm not gonna fall asleep because it's close to 8:00. Yeah, I woke up at 9:15.
You for real?
And then got in here, took care of business. But the CFL division finals, Marc-Andre Lacroix.
Sorry, let me correct it. Marc-Antoine Ducroix.
Marc-Antoine Ducroix. Thank you. Yep. Marc-Antoine Ducroix put the East Division final out of reach on one play.
And it was on the first series of the game.
And we both thought Toronto was just going to march right down the field, stick in the end zone, and then blow the Alouettes away. But the Alouettes had other plans.
Yep. That defense was just incredible. They had a great game plan. Defensive coordinator Noel Thorpe drew up a game plan for that team, and they just dominated. Mm-hmm. Dominated. And it was a it was every bit of a shock to me as it was to you, and I'm pretty sure
Oh,
the
yeah.
entire CFL football world.
38-17 was the final. After an incredible season for Toronto, the Alouettes made Chad Kelly look very pedestrian on
Oh,
Saturday.
they did. Certainly did. Certainly did.
Meanwhile, Cody Fajardo got a couple of measures of revenge because he guided that Montreal offense. After that pick six started the scoring and opened the floodgates, and Fajardo got his act together late second quarter. He basically directed that offense damn near minus a flaw.
Yeah, it was around the third quarter after that second interception that Fajardo started to get things going.
Yes.
And if you're a Saskatchewan Roughriders fan, how do you feel right now this morning? How do you feel between not only one but two quarterbacks who have come through Saskatchewan and Zach Collaros, who was traded to Toronto and then traded to Winnipeg for a couple draft picks, leads the Blue Bombers to a Grey Cup in 2019 and 2021, led them to the Grey Cup in 2022, but we all know what happened there. And then to see Cody Fajardo leave, basically you ran him out of town. Your fans and your media ran him out of town because they thought, nope, this is our quarterback. And they ran Jason Moss out of town too.
Yeah.
And look where they are now.
Playing for the Grey Cup.
Yep.
Playing for the Grey Cup. Speaking of Zach Collaros and the Winnipeg Blue Bombers, that West Division final was every bit of a hard-hitting final as we thought it to be. The Blue Bombers got their act together, but down 18-3, Vernon Adams threw up a Hail Mary, which wound up being deflected and caught by McInnes.
Yep.
To make it 18-10. But we both said and thought during the broadcast, it's 18-10. The BC Lions looked like they were getting their act together, but it just seemed Winnipeg just put up a couple of walls between them, and BC could never catch through. As close as this game was, 24-13 was the final. As close as this game was, even with the Hail Mary, after Winnipeg grabbed the lead, they ran away and hid.
Yeah, and as I mentioned during the broadcast, I gotta give full credit to the BC Lions defense for clamping things down in the second half. They stopped the run. They made the adjustments. They stopped Brady Oliveira, who had 101 yards in the first half. Only gained about 8 yards in the second half. But Collaros did what he did what he had to do and got some key crucial first downs, and they just kept adding points. They kicked field goals, but it was enough because their defense was so keyed in on stopping Vernon Adams to the tune of 10 sacks.
10 sacks.
And it was just a marvelous performance by that defensive line. Playing inspirationally because Adam Bighill went out and he went up leaving the field on crutches after Saturday night's game. So I don't know what the extent of his injury is or whether or not he's going to be playing in the Grey Cup championship. I hope he does.
I hope he does too.
Doesn't sound like he's gonna.
We will keep our eyes on that. Ryan and I will have the call of the Grey Cup Sunday. 6 p.m. is the kickoff time from Tim Hortons Field in Hamilton, Ontario. And Ryan and I were talking after the broadcast, and we both said, okay, we got to do this again for different sports. And hockey is going to be one of the main sports that we call. In fact, I'm planning my first hockey call for Thursday. Is that Thursday? Yes, Thursday, when the Tampa Bay Lightning visit Connor Bedard and the Chicago Blackhawks. And speaking of Connor Bedard and the Chicago Blackhawks, Cole's going to continue to tease me. I know that. Speaking of Connor Bedard, wait, I gotta get my sound base up here, and I didn't have it ready because we're talking hockey. But be that as it may, when the playmaker said that the offensive rookie of the year in the NFL is wrapped up, I will tell you right now that the rookie of the year in the NHL is all but wrapped up. And we're only a few games into the season because if anyone has seen Connor Bedard, the Blackhawks have their centerpiece for the next part of their dynasty. Period.
Yeah. No, they certainly do. So I'm looking at the stats right now.
Mm-hmm.
The Vancouver Canucks have 5 of the top scorers in the NHL.
Yeah.
5. They have a great bounce back season.
They are.
Yes. Yes, I am for real, Dolomite.
You have that piece on No Credentials Required, do you not?
I do have that element, yes.
Good. Because I know I'm going to see that element a lot tonight.
Oh, yes, you are.
I'm gonna see that. I'm gonna see that a lot. I'm gonna peek in before I start my broadcast with the Bulls and the Bucks. That's our NBA broadcast tonight, and I'm excited to do that. But man, it was so exciting working with you this past Saturday. We had a ball doing it.
Yeah. Absolutely. It was fun. It was fun.
Had a blast doing it. Second game, O'Brien says, I'll let you take the lead for that. And I did that game, and it felt good. You know, for me personally, it felt good to feel like I'm back in the booth. Even though this is virtual, this is alternative play-by-play, it just felt good to do. It just felt good. It just felt good to do. And it made me realize for a long time I operated out of a lack of confidence. You know, given the physical changes that I've gone through and the emotional and the mental changes I've gone through in the past 2 years, fighting blood clots, fighting cancer. And I just operate. And Cole said it to me. He said, quit operating out of fear.
Yep.
Yeah, that's what Cole said. Quit operating out of fear. And then Jody came to me after I stopped the baseball broadcast. And then yesterday, not yesterday, Saturday, she says, how much do you love doing this? I said, I absolutely loved it. I loved it for 30 years. And she simply told me, good, act like it, play like it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, unlike the New York Jets offensive coaching staff, you're not going out of fear. Much more tonight on Not Victory Monday on No Credentials Required. Tune in. It will definitely be a not safe for work broadcast. That's for sure.
8 p.m. start time.
8:30 p.m. start time.
8:30. Okay.
Regular show this week will be at 8 p.m. on Wednesday.
I will definitely have that on in the background while I'm calling the Bulls game tonight. Cole says, I wonder how you two lasted doing back-to-back games and you still had your voices. You know what's crazy? Barely being the operative word. By the time the second half of BC and Winnipeg hit, I was done. I was out of energy. And somehow I got through. I know there were a few plays I missed. I got through the second half, and after we signed off the broadcast, my body just went.
Yep, I got myself a cup of tea with some honey and just sat in the living room and just watched a couple of YouTube videos while I sip my tea and enjoyed the rest of my night. Went to bed, went to church the next day. So,
yep,
that was my Sunday.
I went to bed. I woke up at 9:15. I quickly put the set together, and by halftime, Jody was getting on the road, and went to the half. I put the graphic up. Got a kiss from her, and she says, "I want to hear the second half of the game." No, she didn't leave. Not when she leave. She left during the second quarter. I beg your pardon. And she heard me scream touchdown INDY, and that was the only touchdown in the game.
How much of a slog was it to get through that game?
Well, if Cole Johnson's listening, it was bowling shoe ugly.
I would say it was double bowling shoe pug fugly.
Cole, push the button. It was bowling shoe dumpster pelican ugly. And by the time I completed that game, and I had plans of doing the 49ers and Jaguars.
Why the you lying? Why you always lying?
F you, Cole. But then I got to the fourth quarter, and he had every right to push that button. He did. I got to the fourth quarter, and it's like he just said. It's amazing when you know your body's off. You get that power, and then literally crash after it knows you don't need the energy any longer. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Because yesterday, after I signed off, I struck the set and I crashed.
Yeah.
By the time I woke up, it was halftime of the 49ers and Jaguars.
Yeah. On Saturdays, I get up. I've been getting up earlier to get morning workout in because I feel that's it's part of my weekend routine now, just to get in a workout.
Yeah.
And
same here.
By 8-9 p.m., especially now that the sun's going down so early. Like yesterday, I was talking to my sister. I said it was 7 o'clock and it was pitch black dark, and I said, "How is it only 7 o'clock?" And I'm tired. I'm ready to go to bed. But yeah, like when you get up early and you run around and do stuff all day, and then by the time the sun goes down and it gets to be about 8-9 o'clock, you're just ready to just call it a day.
Fall out.
And especially happens as you get older too.
Mm-hmm.
So all that youthful energy you had is like, no, not so much anymore.
It's like George Carlin said. You ever fall asleep on a late afternoon and wake up after dark and you don't know what day it is? Ryan McCarthy joins us as he does every Monday. Don't forget, tonight, 8:30, he's going to go completely off on the New York Jets. And I'm so looking forward to that.
It's not so much the entire team. It's one aspect of the team. The defense is look, let's just put it this way. There's multifaceted points to blame for this particular effort over the last 3 weeks. I'd say, dare I say, four games.
Yep.
So the defense is a Super Bowl caliber defense.
It is.
And the offense is stuck somewhere in like I said last week, no crutches required. The offense is stuck somewhere in the preseason, still figuring things out. So
I thought you were talking about the Jets.
I'm leaving. Okay. But I'm just giving people a sneak preview of what's to come tonight at 8:30 on Not Victory Monday.
Oh, you giving them the nice version?
Yes.
I'm giving them the nice version.
This
is good cop version. Bad cop version comes at 8:30.
Bad cop comes at 8:30 tonight. Thank you, brother. We love you. Thank you so much. I can't wait to work the Great Cup with you on Sunday. Thank you very much.
Yep. And just an FYI, just save you on your schedules, people. Thanksgiving morning, Dustin and I will be back with our Thanksgiving special, 10 a.m. Eastern time on Thanksgiving morning. Don't watch the parade. Watch us instead.
Is he a Seahawks fan?
Yes.
Good. Tell him I want him for the 49ers and Seahawks on Thanksgiving.
I'll do my best.
All right. I gotta connect with him anyway. All right, we're running behind. Thank you, Ryan. Appreciate you, brother.
All right, guys.